Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Press Play. I'm your host, JJ48, and tonight we are going to be continuing with Knights of the Old Republic. We are here on Korriban at the Sith Academy, where apparently they'll accept any Jedi who shows up, even if that Jedi repeatedly tells them, no, I'm not dark side and I don't want to be a Sith. They'll be like, you don't know what you want, just join. And this here was Yuthuraban, with whom we had a very interesting discussion last week concerning the Sith Code and the philosophy of the Sith. And she's, I think, second in command of the Academy, and wants to help us out through the initial entry procedure, because she's like, oh, if I help you win, only one student's going to get selected. If I help you be that one, then you can help me kill the current head of the academy and make me the head instead. And we said no, and she's like, haha, that's very funny, we're doing this. So, um, all in all, the Sith have some interesting philosophy, but can't really say they have incredibly high intelligence. Uh, I'm kind of reminded of the movie Spaceballs, where Dark Helmet says, evil will always triumph over good because good is dumb. And I have some bad news for him, that good does not have a monopoly on dumb. So, all right, let's see who else is in this academy. This is a way out. It's an interesting statue. Like the head, the way it's staring down, it almost seems like it's forced down by the block on top. Like it's not just somebody who's looking down. And there's this scythe-looking thing, but it's not holding on to the scythe. It's in front of it, which makes me think this might be like a statue more of like a prisoner or uh, a convict or something, rather than a statue of like a Sith hero or example to Sith everywhere. Okay, Kel Alguin. Hello, sir. What are you doing here?
Oh, hello. I don't remember seeing you here before. My name is Kel Alguin.
Is something wrong? Or do you know anything about the excavations in the valley? I'll be going. Is something wrong? It does seem kind of odd that you don't immediately start like threatening to kill me or berating me about how I'm not as good as you or something. Is everything okay?
Nothing?
Are you sure?
Yes, my master always says I'm too trusting, too willing to show weakness. You're a Sith, so I really shouldn't,
But I'm not a Sith yet. Yeah, it's okay to trust people who are just aspiring to be Sith. Although technically we're not really aspiring to be Sith, we just had to say that to get in. But I can't persuade you to tell me. Come on, what can I do to get you to trust me when you clearly don't want to trust me?
No, I really can't. A Sith, like you, would use any means to succeed.
Are you saying you're not a Sith?
Well, I didn't mean it like that.
Well, how did you mean it then?
I shouldn't trust you. I can't trust you. Can I?
Can I trust you? That's an interesting thing to ask somebody, like, in apparently a non-rhetorical sense. Like, apparently he's genuinely asking, hey, can I trust you? Because, of course, their answer is going to be, like, how you take their answer is entirely dependent on whether or not you can trust their answer in the first place. So we could try to persuade him. Sure, you can trust me. We can try to force persuade him. You want to trust me. Out with it. This is getting tiresome. Or no, of course not. What kind of Sith are you? Um, we haven't force persuaded enough people. Let's see if we can force persuade him. He doesn't seem like he's particularly strong-willed, and he really doesn't seem like he's very cut out to be a Sith. Uh, so maybe we can save him some trouble by like persuading him to, like, hey, you don't want to be here. You want to go home and see your family or something. So yes, you want to trust me.
I just don't feel I belong here. I thought maybe I did at first, but now I don't know. I have so many doubts.
Master Uthar probably wouldn't like to hear that. Or if it doesn't feel right, then perhaps you don't belong here. Or everyone has doubts. Keep it up. You'll come around. Is that it? Don't bother me with your petty weaknesses. No, if you don't want to be at Sith Academy, you probably don't belong at Sith Academy. You should go do something, like, not evil with your life.
But where would I go then? What would I do?
Have you thought about the Jedi? Or it doesn't matter. Have you considered that the dark side just isn't your way? Leave, obviously. You're not ready to be a Sith. You'll wind up dead. Now, it was interesting, I thought, with our, especially given our little philosophy discussion last week, where we were looking at differences between the Sith Code and the Jedi Code. In both cases, I think there actually is something to the code. It's just, in both cases, there's kind of some assumptions that are made that are a little bit unwarranted, or there's too much focus placed on certain elements. And it kind of made me think of what Jolie was talking about last week. I think it was last week when we talked to him about. We were talking about he used to be, I think, married or engaged or something, and talking about love and how the Jedi frown on love officially because of they're like, oh, all emotions and all passions lead to the dark side. And Jolie was saying that, like, it's not so simple as that. You know, emotions can be positive or negative, and you can't just shut out emotions completely. It's how you respond to the emotions and how what you do with them that's really the determining factor. And so, and which seemed to be kind of where I was going is that seems kind of like what we saw with the codes, that both sides have, both the Sith and the Jedi, the supposed light side and dark side, have, it seems like they both get part of it, but then both get part of it wrong. I think we generally favor the Jedi because either they don't get as much of it wrong, or the consequences of what they get wrong seem less dire. They're not going around slaughtering planets because of their misguidedness. But what made me think of it with this conversation is we can either try to convince him to become a Jedi, or we can just try to convince him to give up the dark side. And is the Jedi really a much better philosophy? I guess it's, even if it's not the entire, even if it's not the entirely accurate, it's probably a better philosophy than the Sith. So maybe, let's see if we'll save the Jedi option. We'll just see if, like, he's thought about, like, hey, why do you want to be dark side anyway? So yeah, maybe the dark side just isn't your way.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I'll go and tell Master Uthar that I'm not ready for this. Maybe it won't be so bad. Thank you.
Okay, I'm not sure that was. That sounds a bit ominous that he's gonna go talk to Master Uthar about it. I wonder if we mentioned the Jedi option, if he would have been like, okay, I'll sneak out of here and go join the Jedi, because that's probably not something that even the thickest student would think of telling to a Sith teacher. I hope nothing bad comes of it.
No problem. Got it.
Sith sniper rifle. Assassin pistol, heavy repeating blaster, okay. Just a little weapons locker down here. It's interesting, these hallways, that they're like rotated. Like when you're walking down the hallway, it's always the little alcoves are on the left, regardless of which way you're going. Like it's not the alcoves are always, you know, on the east side of the building or something. Hey, who are you? LeShao. That was one of the names we recognized, I thought.
I remember you from the colony. You seem all right, though you'll not win the right to train before me.
Who are you? Or you're trying to become a Sith as well? Or I challenge you to a duel. Or I must go. Yeah, who are you? Can you remind us?
You don't remember? My name is Lasho. We met in the colony ever so briefly.
Okay, well, we had a few confrontations with the Sith in the colony. There were like the Sith who were trying to pick a fight that we, I think, just bought them drinks and they were happy with that. There was a Sith who was picking on people. I think there was a second Sith who was picking on people. I don't know. She seems like she's relatively friendly. I mean, a little arrogant, but not, you know, immediately challenging us to a duel. So I'm guessing she was with the group that we bought drinks, and they were like, okay, this is as good as picking on people. So you're trying to become a Sith as well?
Just figured that out, did you? It just so happens that I have a surefire way of pulling ahead in this little contest of ours. You don't really have a chance.
Oh, what way is that? Or perhaps we could work together? Or you talk big, but that's about it. I remember you. I challenge you to a duel. No. Yeah, what is this surefire way you figured out?
I found an artifact that will impress Uthar far more than anything you could ever scrounge up. I'll win for sure.
You haven't brought it to Uthar yet? Not that there's any particular reason that I need to know that.
I don't have it just yet. I'll get it when I'm good and ready.
Oh, where is this artifact? It's guarded, isn't it? I have to go. Yeah, okay, so you know where you don't have an artifact, you know where one is, and you're hoping that you'll be able to get it before to get favor. But it's guarded, isn't it?
So what if it is? I'll get it eventually, regardless. Nothing good comes without a bit of a fight. That's the Sith motto, more or less.
No, we actually went over the Sith Code, and I mean, fighting might be involved, but it's more about like power and breaking chains and stuff. Nothing in there really about nothing good comes without a bit of a fight. It doesn't really seem to. You don't even know the Sith Code, do you? So we can lie. Maybe I could help you get it. Or you're lying. You don't have anything. Fine, forget it. Yeah, you're lying. You don't have anything.
You go ahead and think that. I'll enjoy the look on your face when I win.
So I mean, maybe we can go out and find it. You know, we can go out and find it before she gets it. But I'm not gonna just like lie to her and say that we'll help her if we're not really gonna help her. So. Shardan. I don't know, this kind of bugs me in an RPG that there's so many containers here that we just can't open up. There's nothing in them, or no way to interact with them. I'm the main hero here. I should be able to just like take all the stuff I want.
I remember you. You're all right. Trying for the Academy, I see.
Who are you? Or so are you, obviously. I challenge you to a duel. Let's see, so who are you?
The name's Shardan. Didn't I tell you that back in the colony? Maybe not.
Do you want to coordinate strategy? I challenge you to a duel, or I have to go. Let's see if he's open to working together. Although it seems odd to even be talking about working together in a contest where apparently only one person's going to get to move on. So I guess you would do that where both people think like, okay, we can work together to get ahead of everyone else, and then both sides are thinking, but I'll be the one to pull ahead slightly at the end. Odd way of doing it.
I don't work or play well with others. Thanks for the offer, though.
Okay, no problem. Come back if I need to challenge you to a duel or something. Okay, Mikkel. Oh, was Mikkel the guy who was like getting everybody to just stand for days on end without food? And I think it was. We don't like Mikkel.
It's a bad year to try and become a Sith, you know. I've got it all wrapped up.
I remember you, Mikkel, right? What makes you so sure? Whatever, I'm the one who's gonna make it. Everybody go. Yeah, you're Mikkel, right?
That's right. You might as well just go home, you know. There can only be one Sith this year, and that's me.
You better change your tone with me. I'm Darth Revan. Or what makes you so sure? I mean, that is a perfectly truthful statement. Well, truthful, I guess, depending on our discussion that we had of whether we're really still Darth Revan or not when we don't actually have any memories and are acting completely different. But from a certain point of view, we are Darth Revan. So yeah, you should change your tone.
Funny. Say that after I'm a full Sith, and I'll ground your face into the dirt just for fun.
Okay, well, if you didn't like it, you could just say so. Okay, Dustil Onasi. Hey! Karth, is this your son? Let's see, Karth Onasi, Dustil Onasi. Dustil, you talked about, yeah.
You take a wrong turn somewhere?
Dustil, is that you?
Oh, lovely. It's father. Figures you'd show up after all this time. How did you manage to get inside the academy?
He's with me. Through the front doors. Or same way you did, I bet. I'm training to become a Sith. Well, that doesn't really explain how Karth got in here. Does it matter? We're here. No, we just came in through the front doors.
Cute. I wonder how interested Master Uthar would be to know just who he has in his whip. Unless you've switched sides, Father. But I doubt that. Just why are you here, Father? Not for me, I hope. Couldn't you have gotten yourself blown up on some ship and spared us this reunion?
Dustil, what are you talking about? I thought you were dead.
Too bad you didn't still think that. Or did you really think I'd be happy to see you? Look, everyone, it's Father, come to rescue me at long last. Sure, he may have left Mother and I to die on Telos, but that doesn't matter.
No, I didn't abandon you. The task force just arrived too late. Telos was in ruins, and your mother... I held her, but I looked for you. I swear I looked everywhere.
Ah, save it. You abandoned us long before. We were alone all during the wars, and even once you came back, you still didn't stay.
I didn't have a choice. I was needed.
Yeah? Well, you were needed at home, too. You were needed when the bombing started, and I got captured. You know what? It doesn't matter. Not anymore. I have a new family now, a family that cares about me. I don't need you.
The Sith? You can't mean that. No, the Sith killed your mother. The Sith destroyed Telos.
So? You're the soldier, Father. How many mothers have you killed?
No, you've been brainwashed. The son I knew would never...
You never knew me. You weren't even there to know me, so don't presume to tell me what I would or wouldn't do.
I don't know what's been done to you, but you are coming with me out of here, now.
Touch me, old man, and I'll kill you. Get out! Get out of here before I tell the Sith that you're here.
Okay, I do want to go back to Dustil saying he has a new family now who cares about him. Dustil, do you know the Sith Code? Do you, like, the entire Sith hierarchy is based on waiting for a higher up to show weakness so you can betray them and take their spot. Like, caring for people is about the furthest thing from Sith philosophy that you can possibly get. So let's see. Calm down, Dustil. Karth is only trying to protect you. Looks like your boy is all grown up, Karth. Or, you don't want to do that, Dustil. Trust me. All right, let's go, Karth. This is no use. Yeah, I'm also not entirely sure what Dustil thinks Karth could have done had Karth been on the planet that was being bombarded and overrun by the enemy. I mean, Karth is pretty good in a fight. You know, has more experience than the entire rest of the fleet put together. But he's still just one guy. He's not going to hold off an entire army single-handedly. It's not like he used to be Darth Revan or something. So yeah, calm down, Dustil. Karth is just. I don't know if he's trying to protect. Well, he trying to get you away from the Sith. Yeah, he definitely is trying to protect you. Just calm down.
I don't need his protection, not anymore. The Sith give me everything I need.
You can't mean that. The Sith are... they're evil. They're the dark side. They took me away from you and your mother. They're what took you from me.
No, they are not evil. They're not. The dark side is superior. And you were at war long before they came along.
The Sith war to conquer, to rule the helpless. I went to war for you, Dustil, for your freedom, your future.
I don't believe you.
If I failed you, son, then it's my failure. Please don't add to it by becoming part of something evil.
Prove it. Prove that the Sith are so evil, and I'll think about it.
Well, I mean, when you have a strong line of reasoning like the Sith can't be evil because the dark side is strong, I mean, how do you argue against that? So, come with us then, and we'll show you. How can we prove something like that? This is pointless, Karth. He'll never believe us. Yeah, do you have any idea of, like, what kind of evidence it would take to convince you?
I'll stay right here. I won't tell anyone you're here, for now. You find some proof, and you bring it to me. If I hear you asking questions about me, or doing a single thing to jeopardize my position in the Sith, I swear I'll tell everyone what you're up to. You got that, Father? You prove what you're saying is true. I'm not going anywhere otherwise.
I got it, Dustil. I'll be back. I swear it.
I mean, he's given us a fair chance at least. You know, that's actually quite generous of him. So what do we have here? Karth's son has been found, but the reunion was not exactly what he'd hoped. Dustil does not believe anything Karth has to say on the true nature of his new family. Karth is desperate to find some kind of proof in the Academy that the Sith are evil, and bring it to Dustil to open his eyes. Okay, so we need to find, like, some kind of evil Sith plan or something that can prove that the Sith are evil. Uthar, I don't think we want to talk to Uthar yet, well, we talk to him, I guess. It's not like he's gonna... It'll probably give us a chance to say whether we want to turn in everything or not. Again, these statues as well, they look like slaves, like either carrying these log things or holding up the logs that are holding up. It's interesting because usually when you think of giant statues, you think of maybe like the Statue of Liberty being, you know, a statue of some ideal or something, or else a statue of a great hero or leader. You know, somebody who you want to honor and have people look up to figuratively and literally, and say, this is what you should aspire to be. This is your role model. The Sith, so far, like, all their statues have been like these giant humanoid statues of what appear to be slaves, and you know, the other one was looked like a criminal or something, or a prisoner, and And on the one hand, I guess I could kind of understand wanting to, yeah, I guess if you're surrounding yourself with statues of slaves and people that you deem beneath yourself, maybe you're saying like, oh, this is a constant reminder of how awesome we are and how great we are, but like to have them be these massive statues that tower over you, maybe they're trying to make the point that like, yes, no matter how great our opponents are, we are still the lords over them or something. Sorry, Master Uthard, I guess you probably don't want us to talk about the statues, but maybe you do?
Greetings, young one. You have much to do yet. You have gained little prestige. You will have to work quickly if you hope to best the others.
Okay. How do I gain prestige? I want to know some more about you. Or I have something to tell you about Uthara. Or I know the code of the Sith. Yeah, Uthara, we could tell him about her plot. I don't know if that would gain us prestige or if that's... I don't know, if we had some plan to use that, like, oh, we'll pit the two against each other, but it's like, I don't really want either of them in power, honestly. But also don't have any replacement at the moment. Let's start by, we know the code of the Sith. That'll gain us some prestige.
Then finish the code as I speak it. Peace is a lie. That is only...
passion, I think.
Through passion, I gain...
strength?
Through strength, I gain...
power.
Through power, I gain...
victory? And then, like, through victory my chains are broken, the Force shall free me.
Through victory?
My chains are broken.
The Force shall free me. Yes, good. You have indeed learned the code of the Sith. Speaking the words and knowing the words are, however, two different things. Tell me then, true or false, victory by any means is desirable.
False, but I think the answer you're looking for is true?
False. Unless victory proves your superiority, it is an illusion. It is temporary. Sadly, it seems you did not understand the code as well as I thought.
Okay. Well, that's cool. We learned something about it that was kind of nice. So how do I gain prestige?
Oh? It is no more complicated than I said. Perform impressive deeds, or bring me a suitably valuable artifact from the Valley of the Dark Lords.
Oh, so it's a popularity contest, basically. Wonderful.
Really, however, you should seek out Uthura and get her advice. She is your trainer, after all, yes?
Okay, where's this valley?
There is an exit that leads to the surface of the planet. The valley is only a short trip from there. It is not difficult to find.
Okay, I would like to know more about you.
You wish to know more about me, do you? And why would I indulge your idle curiosity? Will we be good friends, you think? I strived many years to hone my power, until I was able to drive out my predecessor and rule the Academy. If you are smart, you will aim to do the same, or better. There is nothing else you need to know. Do not ask again, young one.
Well, fine, maybe we won't be good friends then. Oh, can we try telling the code of the Sith again?
Then finish the peace.
Okay, there's passion.
Through passion.
Gain strength.
Through strength.
Power.
Through power.
Victory.
Through victory.
My chains are broken.
The Force. Yes, good. Tell me then, true or false? There is nothing worse than love. See, I'm trying to remember, from talking with Uthura, she spoke of the dangers of love, I think. I can't remember if she said there's nothing worse or not. Let's go with true, because love can be very, very dangerous. False. Mercy is worse than love. Sadly, it seems you did not understand the code as well as I thought.
Doesn't mercy generally I guess you don't have to love somebody to be merciful towards them. Okay, let's tell you something about Euthura.
Oh? What is my apprentice up to now?
She wants me to help you kill her at the final trial.
I see. It is good that you have come to me with this information, young one. It is a bit ironic that Euthura has begun her plotting. I have been aware of her growing ambitions for some time, and had in fact already decided to remove her. Normally, the one who gains the most prestige would engage in a final trial. 2 of the students would fight. This time it will be Euthura who battles, though she does not yet know it. Perhaps it will be you who combats her. Yes, perhaps so. This is what you can do. Give this pad to Adrenus. He will put some poison in her bath. This will weaken Euthura for that final test, making her an easy target. Rather generous of me, don't you think?
I'd love to know what's going on in that tricky mind of yours.
For coming to me with this information and betraying your foolish trainer, I feel you are worthy of prestige, young one. Go now. You have not yet impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to.
Okay. Let me try the Code of the Sith one more time.
Then finish the piece.
Okay, there's passion.
Through. The full. Yeah. Okay. Tell me then, true or false? There is nothing worse than love.
False. Mercy is worse than love.
Well done. I will test you no more. You know the code. Very impressive. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed.
Okay, I'll be on my way.
Very well. You have impressed me.
Okay, like... So we told him about the plot to betray him, and he's like, oh yeah, I was already planning to kill her. I don't think we necessarily want to help out with his poison the bath plan. That's, that seems a bit mean. Let's see, where... Dueling room? Interrogation room? Okay, so we have a Sith duelist. Okay. Can I talk to the Sith duelist? No, not you, T3. There we go.
If you're here to use the duel room, go ahead. I'm through with it for the moment.
What kind of dueling are you talking about? Or all the captives here need to be released. What do I need to do? What kind of dueling are you talking about?
This is where you get to hone your killing styles. We get sent captives all the time to practice on it.
That's barbaric. You mean we can kill any of the prisoners here? Yeah, that's very barbaric. Why would we do that?
Why? It'd be a waste just to execute them. At least this way they're useful.
What do I need to do?
Just go to the computer console and open up one of the cages. And don't be wasted. We only get so many captives a month, you know?
Thanks.
No problem. Enjoy.
Can I try to persuade him to...
If you're here to use the dueling room...
All the captives here need to be released. I'm not sure what we would do if we released them. I mean, this seems to be kind of a dead-end hall that would then be heading down to where a bunch of Sith are, but...
Don't be foolish. If Uthar wants to send an order like that, he can bloody well tell me himself.
Interesting. Okay, so here we have 2 new statues. Again, they're leaning on this wall. They're not really like holding up the ceiling above them, but they are leaning against this pillar like they're supporting it. And then they have spears in front of them. And the weapons would suggest, you know, strength or warriors or some kind, but the way they're kind of like leaning back, it almost looks like they're recoiling in fear. And with the presence of these prisoners that you're just supposed to fight and kill, makes me think maybe those are still more prisoners or captives. Okay, the computer spike's always nice. What about you who are just shocking all these captives for no reason.
Just be careful if you go into the valley. Here there's a hermit living in the hills that kidnaps students.
Okay, interesting. Okay, start combat with the prisoner, slice the control console. Let's see what we can, hack into Academy security cameras, hack into the Academy's data files, reprogram Academy sentry droids to hunt a target, or attempt to open all cages and free the prisoners. Whoa, that's a lot of spikes. Can T3 access this for, like, fewer spikes, maybe? Nope, okay, it still costs a lot for him. I thought his computer use being much higher, maybe it would be cheaper. He can... It costs him nothing to get the security cameras, though. Let's see those. Okay. Let's find data files. File, student Dustle Onasi. Force potential considerable. Fellow student Celine hindering progress. Further file details downloaded to personal datapad. Authorization, Master Uthar Win. No other files found. Okay. So did we find some information on Dustle? Okay, the double cross, because we double crossed Uthara's attempt to double cross Master Uthar. Okay, we don't have anything new on Dustle. But we were told that it sounded like Uthar downloaded information to a personal datapad. I think that's what I got from that. So maybe if we can find like Master Uthar's room, then we'll be able to find...
Maybe you can do better than I. This Mandalorian is proving more resistant than I expected.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get him to tell us where his weapon cache is hidden. So far, all the serum combinations I'm using are proving ineffective. If I bring his drug threshold too high, he'll go into shock and be useless. Too low, and he just refuses to talk. It's been maddening.
Didn't we do this on Manon already? How do you drug him?
Just activate the console. It gives you a variety of options for serum dosage. The right amount applied at the right rate should do it. The real trick is that the only way to gauge your progress is to watch the prisoner closely for his reaction. Our scanners can't pick up his vitals.
Really, you would think that monitoring vitals would be like probably some of the most basic tech that you'd want. You know, this is an interrogation ward, not a medical wing, but you would think the medical folk would have that kind of information. You should be able to easily adapt it to prisoners. But so let me guess, you want me to try it?
Certainly. Just don't kill him or send him into shock. He's supposed to be questioned, not executed. If you manage to get the location of his cache out of him, I'll be sure to pass on the good word to Master Uthar.
Okay. So let's just see what's going on over here. Oh, that doesn't look good. Okay, this person has been a little too interrogated.
No problem. Got it.
Droid heavy plating type 3. Ooh, is that better than what T3 currently has? Oh, he already has heavy plating type 3. Okay. Okay, well, we can always use that maybe for HK if he doesn't already have it. Hello, sir. I have been instructed to interrogate you. Okay. You apparently cannot respond, so let me talk to this computer panel then. Use whatever method you wish, Sith. You will not break my will. My mind is my own, and I will tell you nothing. Can you speak Galactic Basic? Or, tell me where your weapon cache is. Or, do you know any way I could free you? You want to tell me where your cache is? Yeah, do you know a way I can free you? You were trying to trick me. I do not believe you. That's fair. Trust me, I'll help you if I can. We're same options. Yeah, you can totally trust me, even though this is also exactly the sort of thing that a Sith might say to get you to open up. If you speak the truth, then use the console to put me in a catatonic state. Okay. Your people will remove me, throw me away. I can survive for long periods in this state. I can escape then. Ah, we were told that he didn't have any way to check his vitals, so if we put him into a catatonic state, they might confuse him for dead. So let's see, activate the serum console. How do we wish to use the console? Apply. Okay, computer skill. Apply a serum to induce catatonic state. So that's good. We don't have to try to guess correct dosage. I think we should have decent enough computer skill. Hope this works, buddy. No, that is not. I was my own Sith. I will answer nothing. Okay, here. And I win again. Here, let's see if T3 can do it. He's got higher computer skill. Okay, let's activate the serum console. Although, I don't know if it's going to use my computer skill or T3's because it's still focusing on me. And we're not really on like the console menu, we're in a dialogue menu. But let's try it again. Okay, let's see, do I have any way to increase my computer skill? I don't know that there's any... I don't know that we have anything that can... Like, we can increase strength and constitution and dexterity. I don't know that we can, like, just increase intelligence, I think is computer skill. But maybe we have... Okay, maybe we have some equipment that we can use. No. We can increase dexterity. Okay, might as well. Wisdom, awareness, poison, immunity, will. Okay, nope, that's not going to help. Yeah, wasn't really expecting a belt to make us better at programming. Okay. I guess I can keep trying it. Hopefully it's a random number and not just a simple check.
What do you need?
I need you to get out of the way so I can access the computer panel, Karth. Okay, let's come over here. So you guys are away from the panel. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's... Okay, it might be... let's see. I know what we can do. Here we go. Let's add skill, computer use. Yeah, computer use is now much higher, so... Okay, now let's see if we're smart enough to do this. I'm sure this guy's getting pretty tired of our serum usage not being correct, but thank you. It is in my ship, the cache. It is in a trapdoor hidden on my ship. Okay. Use it. I no longer need. I give it to you in exchange for my life, human.
What have you done? I told you not to put the prisoner into shock, didn't I? Now, how are we supposed to find out where the weapon cache is? Uthar will be furious. Ah, I may as well take this fool and dump him somewhere. He's useless to us. I cannot believe you are so incompetent.
Wouldn't say I'm incompetent. I mean, I accomplished exactly what I was hoping for, so... Okay, so that blue door leads outside, I think, back to the docking bay area. So, we'll need to go there. We haven't gone up this north passage yet. Okay, more computer spikes. Unless we can get like 30 or 50 of them, I don't think that there's too much to get excited about here. Okay, Sith teacher and some students. Oh, what's this? Oh, there's a Draenus. That's the guy we talk to if we want to,
Got it.
we want to poison Uthura. So, well, I mean, all poisoning Uthura is really going to do is just... Okay, there's the door to the valley, so that's... want to head out there and find some artifacts. What poisoning Uthura is going to do is if we have to face her, you know, it'll weaken her a bit. On the other hand, we were able to go toe-to-toe with Darth Malik and, you know, barely even break a sweat, so not sure Uthura is going to be too much more difficult. Okay, so okay, Uthar Wind's room. Let's...
No problem. Got it.
Okay. Have a footlocker here.
Got it.
Credits: Sith Mask, a Jedi Master Robe. Why does he have a Jedi Master Robe? Is that like a trophy, or does he secretly like to pretend he's a Jedi Master or something? Okay, Wisdom +5, restricted to light side. Sith Mask. Okay. Immunity Mind Affecting. Bonus feat weapon focused lightsaber. Oh, it's heavy armor. Okay, that's why we can't use it. Regeneration of Force Points 1. This mask blocks outside mental influence and other sensory noise, allowing the user to focus their abilities inward with no distraction. Okay, I don't know that we have any like heavy armor Sith users, or Force users. Okay, let's see what's in the bed. No? Okay. The bed's marked, but we can't, like, interacting with it doesn't do anything. Okay, let's see what's in this footlocker. Datapad.
That datapad, just take a look at it. I wonder if Dustil knows his friend was disposed of like that. If not, it might convince Dustil that what we're saying about the Sith is true. It'd be worth a shot.
Karth, I haven't even looked at it yet. I just pulled it out of here. How do you know what it says? Are you actually Uthar in disguise? Haven't really seen you without that mask in a while. Let's see what the datapad says. Okay, let's just... new items. Here we go. Okay, this datapad appears to contain numerous entries of notes made by Master Uthar of the Sith Academy. Most prominent of the recent entries is the following. The pupil known as Dustil has shown remarkable progress. His talent with the Force is great. The same, however, cannot be said for the human female that he arrived with, Celine. She has little talent. Moreover, Dustil holds a great degree of affection for her. This is a weakness in the boy and has been slowing down his training. Orders were sent this morning to have the girl removed from the academy and terminated. I will tell Dustil that she was killed in the valley. He will forget her soon enough. I think he's too promising to lose at this juncture. Okay. Well, yeah, that, if Dustil is willing to accept that this is genuine, that very well might be convincing to him. Oh, I wonder if I can tell Euthura about Uthar's plan to have her poisoned and to fight at the last battle. Or the thing. Let's see how many plots we can reveal of the Sith to each other and just really confuse them.
Back already? So tell me, Father, where's this proof you promised?
I have a data pad I want you to look at. You knew someone named Celine?
Actually, I have it.
Celine? She's the one who convinced me to come to the Academy with her. Why? Where did you get this?
Look at it. It belongs to Master Uthar, doesn't it?
Yes, it's his, but he told me he said that she'd been lost on a mission in the valley. This says that they
killed her because she was hindering your progress. Superiority at any cost, Dustil. There's your evil. Or can you live with that?
No, I can't. I had no idea. They lied to me.
Well, there's the son I remember. Now, will you leave here?
No. You go do whatever you have to, Father. I have some other friends here. I have to warn them what's going on. And maybe I can, look around here and find out some more information. From the inside. Something that might help you.
I don't suppose there's any way I could talk you out of that, is there? I mean, you're not gonna do anything halfway. Sounds familiar.
I guess it does.
I'm proud of you, Dustil. You aren't hanging on to a lie after you see it for what it is. Not everyone could do that.
Maybe after this is all over we can talk. I'm still not sure about us, but I'll listen. Maybe we can get back to where we should have been.
Well, I'd like that.
I'll go back to Telos when this is over. You can find me there. Goodbye, Father.
Goodbye, son. Good luck.
Wow, went from, no, I hate you, Dad, you abandoned us, I'm gonna be a Sith, to, yeah, I'm gonna totally betray the Sith and be a double agent, and we should go, throw a football around after this is all done, pretty quickly. Alright. Hey, Karth, do you want to talk about that?
Yes, what's on your mind?
Do you think you'll see Dustil again?
I think so. If he's anything like he used to be, Dustil hates to be tricked. There's no way he'll let the Sith trick him again. As for whether or not he'll be my son again, I don't know. He's so full of anger and hate. I wasn't expecting him to be like this. Well, maybe we can work it out. I hope so. I guess I'll have to wait and see. Thanks, by the way, for all your help.
Dustil hates to be tricked, as opposed to most people who absolutely love being tricked. Yeah, that's really a defining trait of him there. Oh yeah, we were going to try talking to Euthura and reveal Uthar's plot to double cross her, and see if she'll want to double cross him.
I understand you have impressed Master Uthar at least a little. That is good. We are one step closer toward completing my plan. Were I you, I would not get too excited just yet. You still have plenty left to do.
I have some news about Uthar. How do I get more prestige? I want to know more about this ruin. Okay, I think we already asked about all those. So, yeah, let me tell you about Uthar.
What? What's happened? Our plan is still intact, I hope.
He plans to have me fight you in the final test, after I told him about your plan.
Ah, how very clever of him. Normally you would face some other student in the tomb, preferably one of the failed ones. Obviously Uthar has decided to get rid of me. But why? Did you say something to him?
Yeah. Although, in my defense, after I told him, he did say that he was planning to kill you anyway. Completely unrelated to me telling him.
What? You fool! Oh, while I respect your attempt to play both sides of the fence, you are playing a dangerous game. If you think Uthar will truly be so grateful to you for double-crossing me, think again. Your only chance lies with me. In the end, it works out better that it is only the two of us in the tomb with him. So long as we refuse to fight. Is there anything else I should know?
He wants you poisoned. I'm supposed to give this pad to Adranus.
Let me see that. So it's true. Thank you for bringing this to me. Now I will be far stronger than Uthar expects. Here, this pass card will allow you access to Uthar's quarters. It's at the far end of the passages with the other quarters. Take this device as well, and put it inside his cot. No one should see you do it. Then Uthar will be too weak to stand up against us. Don't even think of failing me. You and I are too far into this now to back out.
Okay, so now can we tell Uthar about that plan? And, I'll admit, I have absolutely no plan as far as, like, oh, I'm going to side with this person over there. I am, right now, just purely wanting to see how much chaos I can cause with the Sith. I'm hoping I can just escalate it to the point that when we get to the final test area, I can just pull out some popcorn while these two fight it out. Hey, Uthar.
Do not forget our agreement regarding Euthura's treachery. We shall put her in her place, should you reach the final test, that is.
Okay. Okay, I can't tell him about Euthura's triple cross double. So, okay. Don't want to tell him about the weapon cache, because we were helping the Mandalorian there. I'll be on my way.
Very well. You have impressed me.
Where is the Mandalorian's... Okay, so it's gone back from a double cross to just being a double cross. Regardless of whether or not you do as she wishes, Master Uthar should not be told about your relaying of his plan. No doubt he would not look upon you kindly. Okay, well, it's not going to let us do that anyway, so... Manage to save a Mandalorian prisoner by rendering him catatonic. His body will be presumed dead and will be dumped, allowing him to escape upon his recovery. He gratefully told you the location of his cache. It is unreachable by you, but its location could be given to Master Uthar in exchange for prestige. Oh, so we don't know... We can't access the cache. Okay. Well, I don't want to give it to Uthar. He's kind of a jerk, but... let's go out and see the valley. See if there's more prestige to be had out there. Valley of the Dark Lords. Okay. Well, I am glad that the mission flat out tells us that the ship is inaccessible to us, because otherwise probably spend a lot of time running around trying to find it. What about these statues? Okay, maybe we need to see them from a distance. Okay, so these are also have their heads bowed. They look pretty much like these guys, except they just don't have the scythe in front of them. Okay. I'm not sure what's buzzing there. Okay, Chirac. Yeah, I'm not...
How'd you like that?
I can't remember if we've encountered Chiracs before on any of the other planets. I do recall them getting a little irritating during previous playthroughs of this game. If you played Pokemon, you might be familiar with Zubats in caves, and I seem to recall these Chiracs giving much the same experience of just there being far too many of them. Okay, let's check out the Chirac caves. Very low ceilings in here. Okay, Sith Trooper. Yeah, there's not so many Chiracs as I was afraid of. Well, here we go. Chirac worm. There we go. There's a bunch of them. Let's do this, and let's throw a lightsaber and a grenade. And I think that cleared out some of them. They're not particularly difficult, they just come in swarms. Okay. They don't even leave anything useful behind. So follow the right hand rule. Okay, we don't need to go that way just yet. Oh. Okay, there's a mine here. Corpse and Sith Rebels. Thalia May. Okay.
Hold it right there, whoever you are. We're not going back to the Academy. We'll kill you rather than go back.
Go back? What are you talking about? I'm not here to bring you back. I guess we'll do this the hard way then. Would be an interesting option. I don't think we've been told anything about... Have we been told anything about rebels or folks who've gone AWOL and bringing them back? But we can just decide that, hey, I have no idea what you're talking about, but if you don't want to go back, then I'll force you back. Just out of spite, I guess. Alright, I'll leave you here. Go back. What are you talking about?
You mean you aren't here to kill us or bring us back? I find that hard to believe. The only way into these caves is through the Academy. You must be a Sith. So what is it then? If you're not here to kill us or bring us back, why are you here? Speak up!
I'm just looking for stuff, really. Okay, you got me. I'm here to kill you after all. Or, you're the renegade students, the ones who ran away? Or maybe I can help you. Have we heard about the renegade students? I guess we'll start there.
So you have heard about us? Yes, we ran away before Master Uthar could execute us. Is that so hard to believe? My name is Thalia May. The others here and myself refused to murder a bunch of people on a whim from Master Uthar. So here we are. We thought that becoming a Sith was what we always wanted, but that wasn't true. Now all we want is to get out of here. Fair enough?
Okay. Maybe I can help you. Or, sorry, time for you to die. Fair enough, I'll leave you. Yeah, let's see if we can actually help you.
Help us? Why should I believe that this isn't some kind of trick?
'Cause I'm Darth Revan? Persuade. Give me a chance, and I'll prove it to you. Fine, you've worn out my patience. Time to die. No, yeah, give me a chance. Let's see if we can figure this out.
You want to help us? All right, I can think of a way. We're stuck in these caves, obviously, or we would have been long gone. There's a passage to the surface through the caves, but we're blocked by some kind of large creature. We can't defeat it. If you could kill it and clear up the passageway for us, we could escape. That would be help enough. Can you do that?
Sure, we can try, at least. Although, I have been told, I have it on good authority that actually there is no try. You either do or do not. But we will do our best to do, and try not to do not, so.
I'll believe that when I see it. But if you could, we would be grateful.
Alright, so, I want to target the corpse. Okay, response package. Or maybe using try here is like that's part of our cover because we're supposed to be Sith. So it's like, oh, the Jedi talk about how there's no try, so we'll just do nothing but try. Okay, we got some light coming down. So this is a bit of a dead end. Little bridge here. Is this gonna be like a bridge and then a giant monster that we're facing on it? So this is gonna be like, this is gonna be Gandalf on the bridge of Khazad-dûm all over again. Okay, Terrantatic.
How'd you like that?
So far, it's okay. Didn't like that hit. Poisoned me. You guys keep shooting at it. I'm gonna just keep healing. Thank you. Okay, was that the big beast they were talking about? Some Chirac worms. They're trying to get to the surface to escape, but their route is currently blocked by some type of creature. Getting rid of the creature would enable them to escape, but killing them would earn you prestige. Oh. Oh, maybe we heard about them, like, when Uthar was talking about the different ways to earn prestige or something. I mean, we have to be able to get through somehow, because the game has to be able to progress. Well, I guess in theory, you know, the game could end up in a situation where you're just locked out and can't proceed, but that would be called a soft lock, and that's generally bad programming. Like if you were going to do something where it's like, oh, you got to a point where you can't proceed, you would expect to have like a game over or something where it's clear that cave exit leads to the inhospitable surface of the planet. There's nothing for you to see there. Okay, but I think that might be the monster that they wanted cleared, so we'll go back and talk to them, I guess. Keldroma robes in Duran's journal. Masasi ceremonial armor. Okay, what's all this then? Keldroma robes. Ooh, these are even better than Jedi Master robes. Wisdom +2, restricted to light side. The Force is strong in the Keldroma blood, and many of the family have joined the Jedi Order over the centuries. These robes were created as a gift for Kay Keldroma during the war against Exar Kun, and it is said that only one who truly walks the path of the light can wear them. Kay himself wore the robes in his duel against Ulic Keldroma, his brother who had fallen to the dark side. Kay was slain in the battle, but his death at his brother's hand eventually led to Ulic's redemption. These powerful robes then passed down to Duran Keldroma, Kay's cousin, when he joined the Jedi. But Duran disappeared shortly after the time of the Great Hunt, and the robes were lost with him. Okay. Then we have Masasi ceremonial armor, immunity to critical hits. Long-term domination by the Sith has erased the memory of the Masasi rituals for which this armor was designed, but it retains its effectiveness on the battlefield regardless. Okay. In Duran's journal. This datapad appears to be the personal journal of the Jedi Duran Keldroma. The last entry reveals what he was doing on this world. Korriban is everything I imagined and feared. I can feel the power of the dark side here. I can sense the Terrantatic hiding in this evil place. Shayla and I have decided to venture forth into the Valley of the Sith Lords in search of the creatures. I only wish Gunhan was still with us. Gunhan, that's a name I think we've heard before. Why couldn't he just accept that Shayla and I are in love? He claims our passion for each other will lead us down the dark side, but he can't even see how his own pride and arrogance are leading him away from the light. Maybe it is good that he left after all. Even as dangerous as the Terrantatic are, I'm certain Shayla and I can defeat one without his help. Okay. I'm guessing that didn't actually come to pass. Okay, Sith device. Oh, this is what Uthura gave us. This small electronic device appears to be completely self-operating. Once attached to a specific surface, it will begin deploying whatever trap is inside. Uthura has not explained exactly what the device does, simply that it must be placed inside Master Uthar's bed in order to function. Okay. I'm tempted to place it in his bed just for the sake of finding out what it does. Okay, let's give Karth more Constitution. there like a damage reduction one? Or that, no, that was a Jedi thing, wasn't it? That's... He dual wields, so we're not worried about that. Okay, let's, I guess we'll give you Master Power Blast. Can make him do a lot of damage, but penalty to hit, so that's useful against weak creatures. There's a little symbol by our character to the right. I think that's a result of getting maximum dark or maximum light side. I have like some kind of status now. Does it show up on this screen? For sensitive, okay, no. Can't really. Okay, we were gonna check Darth Bandon's armor. Defense bonus 7, max dexterity bonus 8. So this has resist fire and immunity of mind affecting, whereas this gives us more wisdom. I don't know that we really need more wisdom. Although the increased dexterity bonus might be nice. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. Alright. Besides, it'll just be all the more fun to be wearing Jedi robes inside of the Sith Academy. Okay, so let's see our map. I guess if we keep on going right, we'll keep going this way. Probably have to end up just going a middle passage on its own. There's a bunch of you guys down here. Okay, either the Chiracs built a fire, or they attacked a camp here. Okay, there we go. A chewed corpse. Oh, that's unfortunate. Plasma grenade and a Bothan droid disruptor. Huh. I thought that was a campfire. Maybe it is, but it also looks like it could be like a creature on fire. Like maybe the person who died threw an incendiary grenade or something, and caught one of the creatures on fire before he fell himself. Okay, so now go through this middle part just to see if there's anything. Okay, there's some more Chiracs we can take care of.
How'd you like that?
I seem to recall the Chiracs being more of a nuisance, but maybe it's just because there's a lot of them, and I don't know. Maybe I used to come to Korriban, one of the first places. Sith corpse. Okay, grenade and energy shield. Good. Okay, can we actually get through here? Dire Tukata. It's the tech or whatever it was that was the actual like dark side creatures, I think. Okay, so none of those. Seems like there are more down here. It's weird because we like came through these passages and cleared them out, but then it looks like there's more creatures going around in circles. Thanks for finally deciding to help out, Karth. Okay, so let's go tell the runaways that they've cleared out the creature that was preventing them from running away.
You asked for this.
Maybe that's why I found the Chiracs so irritating, because they keep on coming back. You can't just clear out these caves and be done with it. It's keep on encountering new bunches of them as you're going through. Although it does mean it's probably a good place for experience. So, hey, guys, you can make it to the surface.
So, is there news? Is the passageway clear?
No, but thanks for letting your guard down. Not yet, but I'm working on it. Where it's clear, you're free to go. I hope that I'm not lying here. That was in fact what we needed to do to clear the passage. So, yep, it's clear.
It's clear? We can go. Thank you.
That's what I said.
I wasn't expecting help from anyone in the Academy. I guess we aren't the only ones who don't agree with everything. Maybe the Jedi will accept us. I've seen how evil the dark side is. Maybe I could try. At any rate, thank you again. You've saved our lives.
Alright, good. Alright, let's level up T3. I think just keep wanting dexterity for him. Okay. Alright, so that's the Chirac Caves. Wasn't a lot in here, but I guess, you know, we got these nice, not new, but we got some different Jedi robes. Hopefully that doesn't lose us prestige with Uthar that we're wearing Jedi robes instead of the nice, respectable Darth robes that we were wearing before. Okay, let's go ahead and save. Okay, Sith archaeologist.
One has to wonder what made the Sith leave this planet originally. I bet the Jedi came and destroyed the colony.
It's a possibility. We have seen on some of the loading screens, it says that the Sith as a species were like wiped out years ago, and so nowadays the people who call themselves Sith are not a species like they used to be. It's now an ideology following Presumably the Sith species had a similar ideology. Something with the dark side. Okay, so we have Galen lore. Okay. I'm not sure if we heard that name before or not. Tomb of Ajunta Paul. Okay. Do you know anything about this Ajunta Paul tomb?
Oh, hello to you. You're new to the Academy, aren't you? I can't say we've ever met.
You're rather friendly for a Sith. Who are you? Or what are you doing here? I've got to be on. Who are you?
Galen Lore, at your service. Aren't these tombs fascinating? We had no idea the Sith were here so long ago.
Why not? Aren't there records?
Not from this far back. Or at least what records do exist are sketchy at best. These ruins date back to a period when the Sith were first formed, before their exile into the far reaches of space. It's quite fascinating.
And what are you doing here?
I've been working on a translation of some of the runes by this tomb. I'm quite excited. This may very well be the tomb of Ajunta Paul.
I don't even know who that is, and I can verify you're correct because we got a little tooltip pop up when we approached the door. You probably should have tried going near it some time ago. But who is Ajunta Paul?
Ajunta Paul was one of the first of the great Sith Lords. He rebelled against his Jedi Masters and led the way for the rest of us that followed. These runes claim that he was interred here, and I wonder if his sword might not be here as well.
His sword?
According to legend, Ajunta Paul created a sword of terrible power. Someone who located it could gain considerable prestige.
Hasn't any effort been made to recover it? I mean, it seems like the Sith Academy's been here a while, and these tombs are, you would think they would be thoroughly looted of anything like that important. Hasn't any effort been made to recover it?
Well, a few of the bolder students have tried. They did not return. As I understand it, the tombs are quite dangerous.
What makes the tomb so dangerous? Or why don't you go in then? Well, I mean, I imagine he hasn't gone in because he doesn't want to face the danger, but what makes them dangerous?
From what I've been told, the tombs have old traps and machines that are still active. They were designed to keep out intruders when they were made, and still do. I suppose if the Academy wanted to make a concerted effort, the tomb would be opened. But I think Master Uthar prefers to keep it as a challenge for the students.
Okay. Yeah, the old, we'll keep some deadly traps around, just, keep the students on their toes approach. I think that's called the Hogwarts method of teaching. So what do you know about the sword's powers?
Nothing at all. The legends don't say anything about it. It may have had powers only for Ajunta alone.
Okay. Well, I've got to be going. I'm going to enter the tomb and see if I can find this sword. So.
Of course. Don't let me keep you from your business.
So, looking, I really wish I could pan the camera up a little bit because, man, you can see the tombs are like it's very obvious man-made structure, set into the cliffs there. And I'm just curious how tall these things are. We can't even see the top of them. I'm not sure we can really get far enough away to be able to see the top of them. Let's go ahead and save again. Because that's where we have an advantage over all the students who've come before. They presumably couldn't create save files. So, when they died, that was that. Whereas for us, we can always just revert to a previous save.
No problem. Got it.
Dire Tukata. Get out of my way, please. Thank you. I guess we'll finish combat first. Demolition sensor, parts, and a datapad. Ooh, what's the datapad say? The datapad appears to be the journal of a Sith archaeologist by the name of Varengal. Most of it consists of uninteresting notes on the geology of the tomb's caverns, but the final entry is as follows. Now, I wish they would just give us the notes and let me decide if they were uninteresting or not, but oh well. Strangely enough, I found traces of Theringin in the tomb. This is an unstable black rock used as fuel by lesser races. Perhaps the ancient Sith on Korriban used it as a power source? It is a volatile and dangerous substance and reacts violently to fire. I will have to be careful. Okay, so if we see any, like, black rock, we need to be careful around it. Okay. Oh, there's flying creatures. There's a bunch of droids over there. Let's see what this severed arm that looks like it has a data pad. Let's see what that has to say. Okay. This datapad seems to have once belonged to an enterprising young Sith student who had ventured into the tomb in search of Ajunta Pal's sword. One of the entries is of particular note. There has got to be a way to get past this obelisk blocking the bridge. It seems to be made of some kind of unstable material. I'm willing to bet some kind of energy discharge will set it off. Blaster fire isn't doing the trick, however. I'll have to try some kind of explosive. I just hope that guard droid over there is as defunct as it looks. Okay. Well, presumably, judging from the lack of anything attached to the severed arm, I would say that either the explosion went poorly, or else the guard droid was not, in fact, as defunct as it looked. Okay, what about uncovered obelisk? Okay, maybe we can throw something at the obelisk? Nope, there we go. Can I throw it now? Okay, we can't. I was hoping that maybe we could, like, get over here where we might be able to attack these droids or something. But, okay, let's... Theringin obelisk. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's, put in... I'll try normal frag grenade just because we have quite a few of those. Can I just like force push them off the edge? I can destroy a droid. Let's go! That's good. Okay, cannot push them off the edge. I am glad that I took the destroyed droid ability though, because that's come in quite in handy, destroying droids at a distance. So we can't, but we can't do the same thing with this one. Oh well. Okay, well, what's up here? Here's some more of the leaning back defensive statues, just much larger. Did that open up? Didn't seem to do anything. Let's see, is this door open? It's locked.
No problem. Got it.
Okay. Tomb door. Let's see what this... Can't really make out anything on this tomb. kind of looks like there's sun rays or something at the top, but then like I can't figure out if this thing in the middle is like a building or some kind of very stylized figure. It kind of looks like maybe a penguin crossed with a jet plane. Let's see what else is over here. Corpse. Hey, someone else made it to this room. Retinal combat implant. Okay. Sith statue. Yeah, see this statue, this looks more like what we might expect. This looks like I don't know, he's not holding a weapon, but he's holding a hand out. Like he doesn't look like he's a servant or a slave or a prisoner. I mean, he looks like he's somebody of importance. The lack of weapon doesn't necessarily suggest warrior, but although I guess the way he's holding his hand, maybe he had a weapon and it was like not part of the statue and somebody took it. Okay. But interesting that it's like, okay, yeah, we finally have a statue of an actual like Sith hero or something, and it's just kind of about normal size, stuck in the very back of a tomb, not like the massive slaves all around it. Okay, let's see what's in here. Okay, there's a sarcophagus that looks exactly like the tomb. Well, maybe not quite exactly. It does look a little bit different at the top. Okay. I think this thing in the middle looks like a sword here. And then maybe up at the top there's like arms holding onto it. Like it looks like a sword, you know, like laying down over a corpse, even though like I'm not seeing the body underneath. It's just the sword and maybe hands grasping it. But here we go. Ooh. Vibro sword, a silver lined sword, and a notched sword. Notched steel sword. Okay.
Too long in the cold and the dark. I am disturbed again. A human. A Jedi here? Why have you come to this dark place, Jedi? Why disturb my sleepless rest?
I'm not a Jedi. Well, I am. That would be a lie. Disturb your rest? Are you some kind of ghost? Well, I mean, he's glowing, and we can see right through him. I think ghost is a fair assumption. We're trying to persuade. I was here once before, I think. Do you remember me? Are you Ajunta Paul? Yeah, I used to be Darth Revan, maybe you remember?
I do. And yet I do not. The Force is so strong with you, human. Yet the face, the soul. It has been so very long.
Are you Ajunta Paul?
I had a name once. Ajunta Paul. Yes, that was my name. I was one of many. We were servants of the dark side. Sith Lords, we called ourselves. So proud. In the end, we were not so proud. We hid from those we had betrayed. We fell, and I knew it would be so.
You were a Sith Lord from the ancient times? We just established he's Ajunta Paul. Yeah. What do you mean by those we had betrayed? Or what can you tell me about this place? Or how did you fall? What happened? Yeah, what did you mean by those we had betrayed?
Our Jedi Masters. Those who had taught us to use the Force. Who warned us against the dark side. Yet we embraced it in secret. Reveled in its power. We were discovered? Or did we act? I can no longer remember. But here is where we came to hide, to grow, and here we fell.
Okay. So tell me about being a Sith Lord from the ancient times.
Ancient? Has it been so long that you use the word ancient? I have been here so long, so lost, I cannot remember. We were the first to rebel, to betray, to surrender ourselves to the dark side. So strong, we thought. So wrong.
What can you tell me about this place?
Our temple, our tomb, built far from our enemies. We revered power and threw off the teachings of our old masters. We were not the first to fall to the dark side, but we had more power than those before us. It came from elsewhere.
What do you mean, came from where?
Our oldest secret. Only we would know, we lords. Only we would know where our power came from.
Tell me the secret. Or trying to force persuade a Sith Force ghost doesn't seem like the best idea. Maybe just try to persuade him?
I cannot, human. It is a secret of so long ago. I no longer remember. You, who bristle with the Force, you must find this place. Or have you? Or did you? Or will you? So many images. I see your heart, human Jedi. I see your power, your pride. You will find the old place, the dark place, and you will regret it.
Why? What is at this place? Yeah.
So much power, it is blinding. I remember so little.
Okay. How did you fall? What happened? Or why do you remain here? Okay, yeah, let's hear about your fall next.
We hid from the Jedi, but it was not they who destroyed us. Is it not obvious what we did? We destroyed each other. We desired the secrets of each other to increase our power. We battled until finally our fortress rained down on top of us.
I suppose that's the nature of the dark side. Power, but no longevity. Eventually it just consumes itself.
And so, here, our old secret is buried, and none of us hold it anymore. Is that not right? Our power fled. Oh, what became of us? Do the Sith still thrive? Did they ever return?
The Sith fled, yes, and they returned. The Sith have thrived and are more powerful than ever. Or they returned and endanger us all, and the light side must battle them. Yes, the light side must battle them.
So much time has passed, and yet we have learned nothing.
Okay, so why do you remain here? What about your sword? Do you still have it? And this secret, is it the star map? Oh, there's an idea. Let's start with why do you remain here? Why are you why haven't you moved on?
Remain? Do I remain? I have regretted for so long all that I have done. My sword, I filled it with my pride, and it is buried with me now. A corpse, as I am a corpse. I am dead as my faith is dead, and I shall remain here, surrounded by blackness in death as in life.
I feel sorry for you. I need the sword you speak of. Or maybe I should just be on my way then. Yeah, I do feel bad for you. Wish there was something I could do.
Most of my brethren would desire only to take what power I have left, even if it would destroy them. I wish my sword to be taken away from here. I do not wish it to rot away as I have. I command this of you.
Not sure you're really in position to command me. Let's see. Fine, I'll gladly take it out of here. Or what do you want me to do with it? Sorry, nobody commands me to do anything. What do you want me to do with it?
If you are wise, you will not keep it. In the end, it is what destroyed me. There are 3 blades within my sarcophagus. Only one is truly my sword. But it has been so long, I do not remember which. Find the sword that is mine and place it on the statue. If it is truly mine, then it is yours.
And if the sword isn't yours?
Then you must die. This is how it must be.
But how will I know which sword it is?
I do remember one thing of my sword. Listen to me carefully. I am that which grips the heart in fright, hearkens night and silences the light. It was written of my sword long, long ago. Go then, find my sword and place it on the statue.
Okay, can I just say that it's really, really dumb that, like, oh, this guy had a famous sword, only one famous sword, but we're just gonna chuck 2 more in here with him for no good reason whatsoever. Okay, let's see, do we have the poem again? Okay. Or the riddle. I am that which grips the heart in fright, hearkens night, and silences the light. Which makes me think of darkness, because darkness, grips the heart in fright, afraid of the dark. Harkens night, when it starts getting darker, that means the night's coming in. And silences the light. Darkness, if it's dark, you're erasing the light. Hey, is this my first playthrough? I've played this through a long time ago, back when I was, I think, like in high school or college. This time I'm going through and trying to be a lot more careful about looking at the story and all the lore stuff, and seeing really the depth of the game. So, yeah, I think this riddle is probably talking about darkness, so let's take a look at his swords and see what we can see about him. So we have a silver-lined sword. This blade is long and straight and sparkles with a silver glow that becomes brighter as the hilt is touched. It is quite warm, and it almost appears that the blade becomes white hot once it is equipped. Such a fiery weapon would be devastating against an unarmored opponent. A small insignia of a flame is impressed upon the hilt. I don't think flame is what we're looking for. Like the vibro sword, like most vibro blades, this weapon lets off a dim humming sound once activated. Its length shimmers with a deep blue-colored force field, and its hilt is the black of charcoal. A single insignia upon the hilt shows that of a red, baleful eye. Okay, I'm not sure if that doesn't sound quite right as well, although the hilt being black of charcoal does seem like that's going in the right direction. But now we have the notched steel sword, which looks like a double sword. The blade of this sword is an ebony black and notched along its length to give it a cruel and jagged appearance. There is a strange visual effect upon the sword, which makes it seem as if shadows pulse and ebb along its surface. It is very cool to the touch, and upon close inspection, a small insignia of a dark circle can be spotted on its hilt. Well, I think we found our sword, or Juntapal's sword. So let's put the notched steel sword here. Let's go ahead and save. Okay, place the sword in the statue. The notched steel sword was the one we wanted, yes. The sword sets itself in the stone as if it belongs there. We don't get to see it. Oh, okay, it's in that hand. Okay, Mr. Paul.
Yes, that is the one. That is the blade that destroyed me. Take it. Take it and the other blades even. Take them and go. My darkness awaits me.
There's no need to remain here, is there? Or, I want to know more about the star map. Or I'll go then. I mean, you really don't need to stay here any longer, do you?
No need? What choice have I?
You can return to the light side and end your torment. I know absolutely nothing about Jedi theology or metaphysics or any of that, but I'm just going to make it up as I go along and say that that's a possibility. Or you can leave this place. Or I don't know. I'll go. No, return to the dark side. Totally, it's totally an option.
Return? But I betrayed my old masters. They would never let me return to the light side. It is too late. Too late.
Okay, listen, buddy. We have established quite well in this game, I think several times, that turning to the dark side, betraying your master, and then becoming light side again, that's just a standard part of Jedi training. It happened to Juhani. In a way, it kind of happened to us with the whole Darth Revan thing. It's everybody does it. Just get over it and move on. So try to persuade him. I don't believe the light side would turn you away. You've suffered long enough. Or, I suppose you're right. What then? Or perhaps you're right. I'll go. No, this is all part of your Jedi training. Yours just happened to extend to centuries or millennia past your death.
If I could return, oh, my master, it has been so long, and I regret so much.
Alright, there we go. Alright, let's go retrieve the sword. Oh, it can't retrieve the sword. Maybe we just put the sword there and then it, like, we took it back and I don't recall seeing the other sword there when we saw it earlier, but okay, nope, we have a Juntapal's blade, so. Melee weapon, physical and fire, tech bonus, held by the Dark Jedi even before he fell to the dark side. This may be one of the few truly personal items owned by a Juntapal and remains as thoroughly corrupted as he. A little bit of an odd statement since we apparently just got him uncorrupted. At least it would seem so. Okay, still not sure what that lever's doing, but... Oh, I wonder if that might be something like if we had just run past, if we'd like hit the lever and it would shut all the droids off or something. That might be the kind of... Shardan! Hey, buddy, how's it going?
I saw you come in here, and I rather figured you'd make it all the way to the sarcophagus. Good to see I wasn't wrong.
Hey, Shardan, what do you want?
Isn't it obvious? I've been hoping that someone would do the dirty work in retrieving the sword of a Juntapal for some time. It's been quite a wait.
You wouldn't have considered, I don't know, getting it yourself?
Now that you have it, I just thought I'd relieve you of it. It must be quite a burden after all.
Okay, let's... Shardan, I'm going to be blunt with you. This was a stupid plan of yours. And let me explain why. See, you didn't come in here and get the sword because you were afraid that you wouldn't be strong enough, that there'd be something that would overpower you or some test that you wouldn't be able to do. So you waited for someone else to do it for you. Okay, that's probably kind of par for the course for, Sith. That's not really that surprising in itself. But now you're just confronting me and expecting me to just turn over the sword to you when I've already shown that I'm probably more capable than you are. So, do you see why this is a bad idea? Like, if you were trying to ambush me and take me unawares, maybe that might make a little bit of sense, but just... I don't think I'm getting through to him at all. Okay. You're not taking anything from me, or... No, I think I'll manage with it just fine. Kind of you to offer, though. Or we can try to lie. I don't know what you're talking about. What sword? No, yeah, we got a sword. We got 3 swords. And kind of you to offer. Is this going to be one of those things where, like, because we got 3 swords, eventually, if we want him to go away without fighting him, we can just, like, give him one of the other swords and say, like, oh yeah, this was totally a Juntapal's sword. And then when he turns it in, Uthar's going to be like, what? That's totally not a Juntapal's sword. I think that might be... We'll see if that's how this plays out.
Oh, but I insist. I'm not about to let a chance to impress Master Uthar pass me by. I may like you well enough, but being a Sith is all about taking chances when the moment is right. So make it easier on both of us. Hand over the sword.
Okay. And if I don't? Or what are you going to give me for it? Or you'll take it over my dead body. Or just let me get it out. I'm not giving it to you. Yeah, like, are you seriously going to fight me if I don't?
Isn't it obvious? You die. Rule of the Sith. Only the strong and cunning shall survive. You won't be missed, trust me. Now hand it over.
Well, like, the strong and cunning shall survive, but by getting this sword, I'm pretty sure I've shown myself to be stronger and more cunning than you have, who, like, didn't get the sword. Okay, what do you give me for it?
This isn't a negotiation. As much as I dislike ultimatums, I'm afraid I must stoop. Hand over the sword or die.
Okay, let me get it out.
Fine. No tricks, though. I'm watching you.
Okay, so we can give him the Notch Steel sword, we can give him the Silver-Lined sword, or we can give him the Vibro Blade. Let's see, which one? Silver-Lined sword was the fire one, Vibro Blade was the red eye one, and then that was Juntapal's sword. Let's see. I mean, technically they are all Juntapal's sword in that they were all in his tomb. It's just they're not all the ones that he used in life. Let's go with the Vibro Blade. That red eye or whatever it is seems like creepy enough to be a Sith thing. So yeah, here you can have this.
See? I knew you and I could work this out. I imagine I'll be rewarded well for this. You'll do fine, I'm sure. Another time.
Yeah, totally. Good luck, Shardan. Okay, we still have 3 other tombs, I think. I mean, one of the tombs I think is going to be, like, we can't get into it because we were told that the final test or the final ceremony takes place in the tomb, so that one's probably going to be locked. So let's go ahead and... What was I doing? Okay, security. Oh, okay, that one... Okay, ones that we max out, it actually max out above what we can even do with those actually. So, let's get Force Whirlwind. There we go. And nobody on the planet minds a very light-sided Jedi just running around in Jedi robes. Doing light side Jedi stuff. Yeah. Very not very observant, the Sith aren't. Okay, Tomb of Marco Ragnos. Okay, let's see what we can learn about Marco Ragnos. Okay, we have war droids right off the bat.
Intruders detected. The Master does not wish to be disturbed by noise. Initiate attack sequence.
Yeah, I was gonna Once we're not in combat, I'm going to see if I can change my party out.
How'd you like that?
Okay, this destroy droid skill is very useful. Okay, so let's go back here. Data recorder, sound dampening stealth unit. Okay, so what's on the data recorder? The data recorder flashes to life. I haven't been able to catch my poor creation as yet. We've been trying to capture it without destroying it. The thing is too valuable. It is hard to be so quiet as is necessary, however. It identifies targets through sound. I'm glad we brought sound dampeners with us, provided that idiot Ben Hual uses his. Okay, so they're trying to stealthily approach something. Okay, can I change my party out? Okay, party selection. Okay, let's try leaving the tomb and change the party. Mainly just because we had Karth with us because he's, we needed to see his son. And that was heartwarming. And we had T3 because we rarely interact with them. But we're getting into them, like, saying stuff in dialogue and things. So I want to see... I'd really like to see Jolie's views when we're meeting some of these old Sith spirits and whatnot. And, that would be fun. So let's get Jolie... And you know what? I think HK would really like it here. He'd probably get along well with all the Dark Jedi and Sith. So. Alright, so we can level them up a couple times. Yeah, we can keep giving him dexterity. Let's see, okay. Force Wave's a good one. Okay. And HK. Alright. He'll also just keep on taking some dexterity. Get better at aiming stuff. Alright. Oh, yeah, we got that droid heavy plating type 3, so we can improve his armor a bit. Awareness. Go ahead and grab that. Energy shield in case he needs it. Okay, Dark Jedi Master Robe equipped. Yeah, I don't know we have any better equipment for you at the moment, so... Alright.
Master?
Sure.
And let's go ahead and save. Okay, I see some figures moving up there. War Droid Mark 5. Whoop. We recover this mine. Or is Jolie just going to run right through it? So, I'm wondering, were these tombs built at the same time, or, you know, are they many years apart? And who decided how to build these tombs? Because this is very different experience than the other tomb.
Too much audio input. Audio systems overloading. Must destroy source of disturbance. Must kill sentience.
Okay. Okay, so this is where the stealthiness comes in, if we had been stealthy. So let's see, rogue assassin droid, let's just go ahead and do this on you. Oh, it's our journal entry. Rogue droid. You encountered a rogue Sith assassin droid within one of the valley's tombs, and in the end you were forced to destroy it along with its other droid minions, an act that will surely gain you favor with Master Uthar. Okay. Apparently has some very high resistance on stuff. But that, now these we should be able to destroy. HK, I was gonna do that. Okay, anything we can loot from these guys? Okay, let's see what's in this Sith sarcophagus. Okay, I guess this outer one does look different than the tomb door does look different than the sarcophagus, so that, and then this is, well, I can't really tell if it's really looks all that different or if it's just the color change makes it, like, puts different emphasis places.
No problem. Got it.
Okay, Marco Ragnus's gauntlets and a sigil crystal, or sigil crystal. What do these gauntlets do? Dark side only. Weapon focus lightsaber, weapon specialization lightsaber. Okay. Ancient but still intact, these gloves appear to be made of black scales. They pulse with a dark power. Well, I don't think we have any dark side characters who also use lightsabers, so these are just a curio. And of course, as a ultra light side Jedi, it makes sense that I'd have a bunch of just artifacts on display of, you know, that are powerful dark side weapons and armor. A little disappointed we didn't encounter any like Sith ghosts in there. We didn't really find out anything about Marco Ragnos, did we? Oh wow, look at they put statues like as big as mountains just off into the distance there. That's I'm it's fascinating with the like obsession that the Sith apparently had with these like, slave statues. Okay, mid pack. Naga Sadao. Door's locked and will not open at the moment. Okay, so this is probably where Naga Sadow's tomb, that very likely the one that we'll be using for the ceremony. Okay, and who's this? This is going to be, if I'm thinking, another prominent Sith. Is it Tulak Horde? Okay, it's, for some reason I was thinking XR Kun, but this isn't XR Kun, it's Tulak Horde. Oh, that's right, I think we heard XR Kun before, didn't we? And it was like, XR Kun was just a generation ago or so. So yeah, it wouldn't be here. Oh, and then these are... Have we seen these statues before? These are... They're like cowering. Okay. So let's... Okay. Now, Jolie, don't just stupidly run over this immediately. Right. Good job. This droid is damaged and inactive. Oh, let's...
Master?
I know you've got good repairs, so let's have you attack any enemies that come in range. Oh yeah, look, all these are super cheap because HK has really good repairs, so... Optimize droid's weaponry. Okay, targeting systems. Shields. And engage it in patrol mode. It's in patrol mode, so we can't interact with it anymore.
What?
There we go. Almost looks like a grasshopper or something. We'll let it go ahead and take point. Oh, look, it barely took any damage, although... Okay, nope, its shields are still on. Good. How about we let it go that way, see if it can clear that out while we explore this way. Okay, there's... Okay, more Tukata down there. Oh, the Takata Queen. Okay. Well, I'm sorry we're gonna have to be killing you, Your Majesty.
Let's see what you got.
Along with your fruit. And even wild animals follow the rule of most of them just kind of lining up and waiting their turn as the others fight one-on-one.
Let's see what you got.
Okay, some grenade, antidote, credits, good. Jolie, let's heal you up. Ancient console. Okay, it's Verpine prototype ion blaster and Mandalorian battle armor. Okay, so I guess there were Mandalorians broke into here? Okay, system sets. Access door number 44 closed. Open door. Unlocking opening. Okay. That seemed a bit elaborate for just... Oh, noxious fumes surround you. Except HK, who is a droid and therefore unaffected by it.
Another idiotic student has stumbled into my little web, eh? The contact nerve toxin in the air should knock you out quickly enough. Welcome. Awake already, are you? Good. This is the tomb of Sith Lord Tulak Horde, if you don't know. I've taken up residence here for now. It's dusty and full of critters, but it's home.
Okay, there seems to be some kind of mistake, because I am not a Sith student. I'm a former Sith Lord who is now a Jedi infiltrating the Academy for my own purposes. And totally light side, not a Sith student at all. So who are you? I demand to be released at once. I'll kill you for this, old man. Who are you?
Oh, yes. Introductions, of course. I suppose it is time, isn't it? This other student here that I captured earlier, you should know well enough. His name is Mikol. Say hello, Mikol. Poor lad. He's had a hard day. My name is Jorak Ern. I was once the head of the Academy, so I'm sure you've heard of me.
Not really, no. No, never heard of you. Or yes, I've been told about you. The old hermit in hiding? I don't care who you are, you're dead. I'm sorry, but if I have heard of you, I certainly don't remember.
Liar! I know the spark of recognition when I see it. Nice try. Anyhow, I'd like to propose that we move on to the main event. You see, I'd like to discover if you've got the pluck of an old-fashioned Sith. Most of the Drek Uthar has been passing through these days is so pathetic. Take young Mikol here. I already tested him, didn't I, Mikol? Yes, you're welcome.
Echo, speak up a little.
You see, Mikol here has the cruel disposition of a Sith, but not the gumption that I'm looking for.
What if I told you I was Darth Revan? Well, look, I'm sure we can talk about this. And if I pass your test? What if I refuse to take your test? You're a madman. Let's see. It hasn't done anything to this point, but sure, I'm totally Darth Revan. Are you gonna believe that any more than anyone else did?
Then I'd say you have quite an imagination. Not a bad thing, but not quite what I'm looking for in a proper Sith.
Okay, well, I'm sure we can talk about this.
I'm sure we could. We could chat all day about it.
Great.
But where would that get us?
Oh.
I'm quite determined, and you are quite helpless. Perhaps you have some questions. I'm not above delaying the test a bit. The results are always the same.
Okay, if I pass your test, refuse the test, okay. Yeah, what happens if I pass the test?
Then you go free. Tell you, I'll even pass on to you my own personal thesis on ancient Sith philosophies. They're based on all I've learned studying Tulak's tomb. They'll make you a better Sith, I'm sure. The chances of you passing, however, are sadly remote.
Okay, I don't have any interest in being a better Sith, but I would like to see any and all views on, like, the philosophy of the Sith. I find that fascinating, even if I don't agree with it. So yeah, of course we're not going to refuse it at this point. Not if he's going to give us that. Yeah, go ahead, do your worst. Let's take this test.
Now, is that any kind of attitude to take with higher education? I'm doing you a favor, really. So then, this is how it goes. I'm going to pose a moral question to you. Get it right, and I torture Mikol. Get it wrong, and I torture you. Mikol here is a bit weak. He probably won't be able to take much more punishment. Get too many wrong, and you'll die yourself. I don't know what you think of Mikol. Maybe you don't like him. Maybe you think he deserves to be murdered. Well, here's your chance, fair enough?
So we're going to be asked moral questions. If we get the moral question correct, Mikol gets tortured, which is rather fitting for Mikol. If we get a moral question wrong, then we get tortured, which I guess is fitting punishment for getting a moral question wrong. But the question is then, which is more moral, to get the moral questions right and have Mikol die for being pretty much a monster, or to intentionally get moral questions wrong? I guess not being asked to do something immoral, just answer a question incorrectly, but would that be considered lying? Probably not. So, what if Mikol dies? Or this is completely unfair. Mikol's a monster, he deserves to die. So, what if Mikol dies?
Then you win. If you die, then he wins. I thought this was self-evident. Did you not grasp the concept earlier? Well then, any last comments before we begin, Mikol?
We can both survive. Attacking together.
Now, dear lad, do you really think your friend here will answer questions wrong just to spare little you, risking their own life? And how many correctly answered questions before you die? No, don't be silly. You had your chance, remember? On that note, let's begin. Now then, your immediate superior amongst the Sith is an effective commander and a fine leader. He trusts you and you like him. You see an opportunity to kill him. What do you do?
Kill him in secret and put the blame on someone else. No, that doesn't seem right at all. I do nothing. He's a fine leader, you said. He's good for the Sith. Or I use the opportunity to kill him and take his position. I refuse to answer this. I do nothing. He's a fine leader. That's... Although, is this going to be the right answer, and then that's going to cause Mikol to get... I'm going to go with this. We'll see how he responds, and that might help us figure out what we do for the rest of the questions.
Incorrect! What sort of thinking is that? If all the Sith thought as you did, we would all be soft like the Jedi. Well, it's time for your punishment.
Okay, so it seems like we can totally just answer correctly.
And so we come to round 2. You come across a group of humans who are threatened by dangerous animals. They plead for help, offering you a reward. What do you do?
I accept the reward and assist them. I take the reward and leave the weak fools to their fate. I ignore them completely, or I refuse to answer this. Oh, there's no option for I assist them and turn down their reward because my reward is that they're safe and sound. Okay. As closest to that is accept the reward and assist them.
So you've made a profit, and now you have some sniveling, useless fools trading after you.
Exactly.
No. Oh. Bad idea. At any rate, here is your punishment.
Is that Jolie over there? Jolie, can you help out with this?
Ah, yes. You discover an aspect of the Force that gives you great power. Do you share it and strengthen the Sith as a whole, or keep it to yourself?
Keep it to myself. I share. I refuse to answer. Well, on the one hand, sharing is good. On the other hand, I actually don't want to strengthen the Sith as a whole. So, I guess I keep it to myself.
Correct! Let them rip the secret from your cold, dead hands if they are strong enough. Oh, certainly you might share it with a few selected minions, but that, of course, is a completely different story.
Right or wrong, I don't need to hear
Well,
the whole
it's sad to
explanation.
say, but it's that time again, Miko. Still going? All right, then. One of your underlings has made a major mistake which makes you look bad. He's normally very competent and skilled. Do you kill him or give him another chance?
Oh, easy. He's normally very competent and skilled, so I'd give him another chance. Good underlings are hard to come by. Kill him, give him another chance, or forget it, I'm not playing along. Yeah, totally give him another chance.
Another chance to make you look poor to your superiors? To make it look like you are weak and deserving of attack? No. Think again.
Well, I did, and
Not
that's the
that
same answer.
help is easy to find. Oh well, here's your reward. Last question. You're about to die. Do you pass on your knowledge to your apprentice to make him stronger? Or do you use your last breath to strike at your enemies?
I pass on my knowledge. I strike at my enemies. I won't give you the satisfaction of an answer. Helping out an apprentice would be nice. Making sure that he's well prepared for whatever the future has for him. I pass on my knowledge.
Fool! It's a trick question. A true Sith never dies. I'll enjoy this one. Time for your medicine. Now, this is odd. The test is over and you're both still alive. Well, that's never happened before. What to do? I suppose this means you can go, Miko. We'll have to just figure out what to do with our friend here. Run along now.
Or I could use the Force to free them. And we could kill you. Seems you didn't think of that, old man.
What? Mutiny! Behave, students! That's it! Detention for all of you! Permanent detention!
Okay, I don't necessarily approve of his teaching methods, but I like the way that he's phrasing everything in the form of teaching methods. Also, I do have a little quibble about your trick answer that a true Sith never dies, because that would suggest that there really isn't any such thing as a true Sith. I think this is one of those, like, no true Scotsman scenarios, actually. Jolie, get over here. HK, you don't need to run into melee. Can I force whirlwind you? Hey, there we go. That ought to help a bit.
Not this again!
I guess he wasn't a true Sith after all. I can't believe that I'm
nice.
alive. You saved me. You could have easily just answered those questions and let me die.
Well, not that I was really gonna do that anyway, but I actually kind of did answer the questions. It's just not the answers he wanted. But I did answer them honestly for the most part. So, nobody deserves to die like that. Nobody. Or I needed the help in fighting Jorak. Yeah, well, don't let it go to your head. I just saved you for last. No, I wasn't just gonna let you die like that. That wouldn't have been right.
Yes. Well, I see what you mean. I've never I mean, I've never been on that side of the fence before. It makes you think. I'd be dead if you weren't... I mean, if you were proper Sith. But you're not, are you? Don't worry. I won't tell anyone.
This could be your chance to change your ways, Mikael. Or, sorry, but I can't take that chance. You have to die. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, you know, hey, I don't know if you were ever light side to begin with, but, you know, being dark side, this is your perfect opportunity to be light side and become a full-fledged Jedi.
You mean the light side? I've never thought about that. Can you even go back? I've done some... I mean, I've hurt a lot of people.
There's always remorse and atonement. That's the harder path, though, boy. Think you can do that?
I don't think the light side is for me. But maybe neither are the Sith. Maybe it's time for me to leave. Thanks, I suppose. And good luck.
Okay, well, so that was a profitable little exchange with Mikael. Okay, ooh, an Opila crystal and an ancient Sith tablet. Found in the asteroid fields of the Firth system, this crystal can be used lightsaber extraction to produce an intense beam that seems extraordinarily quick to the eye. I think we've seen that before. What is the Sith tablet? The thick stone tablet is covered with ancient ruins of an unknown language. It is extremely cold to the touch and has almost a sinister aura about it. Recently carved into the side of the tablet appears to be a primer, no doubt intended to provide a means to translate the runes. Okay, so he was working on some rune translation.
No problem. Got it.
Violet crystal? Is that what I have, or do I have like a purple crystal and violet would be slightly different? I'm guessing.
No problem.
I'm guessing
Got it.
Lightsaber's violet. Bondar crystal. Okay, out of the way, please.
No problem. Got it.
Verkran crystal? That one doesn't sound familiar. This heavy crystal is collected by the natives of Rafa 5. If used in lightsaber extraction, it produces an electrically charged beam that is much easier to manipulate than standard beams. Okay.
No problem.
Why are all of these locked? None of the other ones were. Tulak Horde's Mask. Alright. What's this all about? Restricted to dark side, resist fire, and stealth. This ancient mask, blackened with age, has an eerie glow and seems uncomfortably claustrophobic. Okay. So now let's head back, and we need to go the way that the reprogrammed droid went. So, man, we've got a lot to tell Uthar. Oh, did the droid not make it through here? Clear it out. So we recovered the sword. We took down some droids that were in Marco Ragnus's tomb. Took out the former headmaster. He's hiding in the tomb here. Average gas mine. Let's. I guess maybe the other droid just like disappeared. Okay. Credits. Med pack. Okay, not much that way. right. So do you guys have any stuff over here for a poor student to loot? No? Okay. I am noticing with Jolie in a lot of the conversations, like, when it's just him and me, and we're going back and forth, he does the crotchety old man routine, and is all grumpy and everything. But then, around other people, when he's part of our party and in, you know, being part of the conversation, like here with the, with Mikael, or during the trial on Manan, he's all of a sudden like, oh, I'm gonna be much more the calm, you know, wise Jedi. Alright, so I guess, oh yeah, we need to put that thing in Uthar's bed first. I guess we'll go ahead and do that. 'Cause Hermit in the Hills, counter direct Uln. Okay, reporting his death might be worthy of prestige, but so might bringing to Master Uthar the ancient Sith tablet Jorek mentioned. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of torn on giving Uthar relics if we don't have to. Because again, I don't know that I want to make the Sith more powerful. Although, on the other hand, Ajunta Paul was saying like, oh, you should get rid of my sword because whomever I give my, you know, whoever has my sword is just going to lead them to ruin. What? Oh, okay. I was almost worried that Jolie had just started fighting with someone. But nope. No worries there. Okay,
What is this you bring me, Shardan?
It is none other than the sword of Ajunta Paul, Master.
Fool. All the trouble you went through for your deception, and you did not even make an effort to verify the sword's authenticity.
Master, what do you mean?
There is no place for fools amongst the Sith. Begone.
Oh. Okay, I thought you were just gonna like expel him or something. Didn't know you were gonna flat out kill him. Okay. I'll be right back. I just need to go put something in your bed that'll weaken you when we have to fight you. Don't mind me. Device could easily be placed underneath the bed. It apparently will stick to the metal and be well out of sight. Okay. With the word, the device crawls away upon being placed. It is done. Okay. Okay, Lashao, we were told we might want to help her. Really, all we did was just... We haven't actually helped her. We just heard her plan and didn't even offer to help her. 'Cause wasn't really looking to double-cross her or anything. So, I guess we could talk to her again, see if she made any progress with that, but I don't know that we really need to double-cross her at this point, 'cause even if we were interested in doing so, just because I think these artifacts and stuff, we should have enough prestige anyway.
I remember you from the colony. You seem all right, though you'll not...
Okay, Alright, you're still just going on about your artifact, so like I would... yeah, let's just go.
Don't trip or...
We're not gonna try to take the artifact before you, 'cause, I mean, odds are it's probably an artifact we already have. So... and sorry, Darshan, we, See, the thing is, I'm not sure if there's anything we could have done unless we could have persuaded him to just leave, because I guess we could have given him the real sword. Yeah, that probably would have helped. Would have saved him. Sorry about that. So, okay, well, no sense in crying over spilled apprentices, so let's talk to Uthar.
Do not forget our agreement regarding Euthura's treachery. We shall put her in her place, should you reach the final test, that is.
Okay, I dealt with those renegade students. That's true. We didn't kill them, but we did deal with them. That's true, I guess.
Ah, the ones I ordered executed for their mutiny. It's done then?
It's done. They are gone. That's not a lie. That's the truth. They are gone.
Indeed. We checked the caves and found only a couple of bodies. Perhaps the Chirac ate them. It is just as good, I suppose. The lesson is learned, I believe. Go now. You have done well, but you have not impressed me enough to declare you the victor. I have matters to attend to.
I have other stuff to tell you about. I've dealt with the rogue droids in the tombs.
Yes, so I hear. I've had reports from some students that ventured into the tomb after you left and found the parts. Well done. I am impressed. You have rid us of a potential nuisance. Go now. You have done well, but...
Okay. I found Jorek Ulm, the hermit in the hills.
Ah, my old master. Still, unless you bring back something of his, some writings or similar, I am unimpressed. Jorak's fate means nothing to me.
Oh, okay. Well, here's a tablet then.
Oh? Let me see. It appears my old master was busy studying the writings in one of the tombs. How interesting. I do hope you had to pry this from his dead fingers. Regardless, you have impressed me with your worthy act. You have impressed me enough, by my estimation, to become a Sith in full. Congratulations, young one. You have bested the others quite completely. You have but one final test which you must take, and this requires us to travel to the tomb of Nagasado in the Valley of the Dark Lords. I would advise you to be rested and equipped before we leave. Return to your quarters now and seek me out in the morning. When you return, make sure that you have all you will need, for you will face your test alone. Go, and may the Force serve you well.
I mean, can I at least bring my droid and my old guy? Okay, no new stuff in there. So let's go ahead and save again. Hey, Euthura. We were heading off to go do the final test or ceremony or whatever. Wink, wink. Totally not gonna just kill your boss.
What are you doing here? Go back to Uthar and tell him you are ready to take your final test.
Okay. I mean, I had to pass you in order to get there anyway. It's not like I came out of my way to talk to you, but you're really not making me feel, better about deciding to work with you. What is this? I was thinking maybe this design on the floor was something like what was on the tombs. It's kind of a similar design, like doubled. Guess it's just some kind of Sith design there.
So then, I take it you are ready to travel to the tomb of Nagasado. Your final test should not be delayed.
Okay, you haven't even removed the body? Like, he's just been lying here overnight? Okay, even if you didn't care about him as a person and weren't doing it out of, like, just dignity and respect for the dead, you'd think you'd at least want to get a dead body out of your little meditation chamber here. Okay, what is the Tomb of Nagasadao? Or what is this final test? I'm ready to go. What is the tomb?
It is a tomb that belonged to an ancient Sith Lord. The greatest of Korriban's Sith Lords, in fact. It is there that your test is performed.
Okay, what's the test?
I will tell you the details when we are there, young one. You will, however, fight for your life. That is why I suggest you be in sufficient health.
Okay, let's go.
Then we go now.
Oh, Jolie and HK do have to stay behind, looks like. Oh well. A day passes in preparation. Uthar then takes you and Euthura to the Sith tomb. Your companions are not permitted to join you.
Very well. We are now ready for your final test, young Sith. You have earned the right to see if you shall become one of us.
Indeed you have.
Is that a tone of mischief in your voice, dear Euthura? You should know by now that no scheme is certain.
As should you, my master. But I was only agreeing with you. Should we not get on with the test?
Yes. Yes, of course. We are in the sacred tomb of Nagasado, young one. The one discovered by Darth Malak and Darth Revan years ago. You are to follow in their footsteps and reach the ancient star map that lies deep within. There you will find a lightsaber, amongst other things. The lightsaber is for you, your initiation present. Return to us once you have it. For you, the test does not end there.
Be very cautious here. This tomb is like the others in this valley, and many of its old defenses remain active.
Do you understand what I have told you? Are you ready to begin?
I don't understand. Why not just give me the saber? Yeah, why should I have to earn things? Just give me stuff. Or can you tell me anything about what I will face? Or can I leave the tomb, find the star map, return with the lightsaber? I understand. What am I going to face?
No, that is part of the test. Overcome the obstacles that lie ahead on your own.
Can I leave the tomb?
You cannot. No one enters and no one leaves until your test is complete.
Okay. Find the star map, return with a lightsaber. Got it.
Good. Euthura and I will await your return.
Okay. So we'll see how long this tomb is. Raid. Oh yeah, these are the ones that run weird. So it says that this tomb was discovered by Malak and Revan years ago. So are they just talking about, like, they were the ones who figured out how to get into it and to the tomb itself, or that this whole complex was discovered by them? Because that would either suggest that the Sith archaeologists are extremely unobservant, because this place was just, along with the others, or else that, like, they've done quite a bit of excavation, and, like, this, this part of the valley wasn't actually excavated years ago until Revan and Malak came along. Okay, let's see what's on this datapad. The datapad appears to be the journal of a Sith who quite obviously did not make it past this portion of the final test. Most of the journal consists of the Sith's account of gaining enough prestige with Master Uthar to take the test. Only the final entry appears to concern the test itself. It seems I need to get across the pool of acid in the central chamber if I am to complete my test. But that is not going to be easy. The runes name one obelisk the Pillar of Fire, while the other is the Pillar of Ice. I can only assume that one of the pillars leads to a way to remove the acid pool. Fire or ice? Wouldn't fire create toxic fumes? I'm not sure. Maybe freezing the pool would be safer. Well, I'll worry about that once I bypass the Tyrantic beasts. If I can. I suppose it's now or never. Okay. So I agree, given those options. Depending on what type of acid it is, ice does seem to be sound a little bit safer. Okay, what's here? Okay, there's a Tyrantic. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay, hopefully we can take on 2 of them. Well, maybe not. Can't even keep myself healed enough for... Okay, I think I... I think I have a plan for what we can do. What we'll do is... I guess first we can explore some of the other routes, see if there's any other ways through, but I think what we'll do if we do have to go... Well, probably going to want to go through that room regardless, but I think what we'll do is we'll try laying down a bunch of mines and see if we can get the Tyrantic to run through all the mines, and that should kill him. Okay. So I don't know how these ones relate to the the one we face in the cave, but one in the cave, like, we had our entire party with us, and we still beat it mainly by us just healing the whole time and letting our party members take him out. So it's gonna be a little tough here. Okay, so we have those. So then let's see what's these other directions. Dangerous looking pool of acid has flooded the room. Okay, we don't really have any options except ignore it and back away, I guess. I want to look around to the sides. Okay, I guess we can't. So I wonder if it's like one of these ways is the fire and the other is the ice. Okay, computer terminal. Some glowing rings. And... okay, let's see. Cardio package, Nexter crystal, Zabrak blaster pistol. Okay, let's see what's going on here. There are 3 pillars that have electronic readouts showing the energy levels of 4 systems. The controls show that these systems can be transferred to other pillars. Caution, some of the systems are very delicate, and improper transfer of power can cause an electrical overload. In order to unseal the chamber, all of the following 4 systems must be transferred to the right pillar. Top system may be transferred to any pillar safely without fear of overload. Mid-upper system. This system causes an overload if transferred to a pillar with an active top system. Mid-lower system. This system may only be safely transferred to another pillar that either has no systems or only the base system active. Base system. This large system may only be transferred to a blank pillar with no systems active in it, where it will cause an overload. So basically, none of the systems can be transferred. Oh, remember, a system may be transferred to another pillar if it is the only active system on that pillar or it is the last one listed. So, okay. So it can't, we can put ones on top of other ones, we can't put them beneath other ones. Current system displays on the pillars read. Okay. Active systems, left pillar, base system, mid lower system, mid upper system, top system. Okay, no systems active, no system. Okay, so we can reset. We can adjust the controls, see how the pillars work again. No. How do I actually transfer them? Let's reset. After a moment of flashing lights and whirring sounds, all the systems on the left pillar become active. Okay, let's stop adjusting the controls. Okay, do we like... No, I don't want to open that. I want to see how do we... Okay. So essentially what we have here, as far as the puzzle itself, it's a Star Wars looking variant of a puzzle called Towers of Hanoi, or the Tower of Hanoi. And so in order to get it over onto here, I think we're going to want to start by... we have an even number of those, so start by transferring to the middle, if we can figure out how to do that. Yeah, but how do I transfer them? Didn't seem like there was an option to actually control these. So I'm missing something. See how the pillars work. Well, yeah, let's... So I need to look this up, not because I don't know how to do the puzzle portion, but because I don't know the actual interaction to do this. Doesn't seem to be letting me do anything to transfer the power. Let's see. So we want... Let's see, some people are saying there's a bug to it. Was it ever fixed? Well, apparently it's a bug that doesn't, like on the Switch version at least, it seems like they've never patched it, or I don't see anything, so we're going to have to is going to have to leave here, which is unfortunate. Can we actually get out, or am I going to have to reload a save?
No problem.
It didn't work.
No, okay. Well, I think I saved before I headed in here, so... Okay, so that's kind of disappointing. Now, it's not required to do that puzzle to get through here. So yeah, there's the... But it's a little disappointing that they never apparently patched that. However, they do say we can still get the loot that was through there. Like, I guess that wasn't progression, that was just loot. So let's go ahead and get that. Longsword 3 said was the right one. This is the one we get. So yeah, Naga Sadow's Poison Blade. Okay, the mere presence of Dark Lord Naga Sadow would come to imbue his personal weapons with the taint he carried, poisoned as his spirit was. Okay. Well, that was a little disappointing. But we got the blade, which at least is... I mean, I'm guessing that's all the story stuff we'd get. We're only missing out on the satisfaction of actually doing the puzzle. And so, in case you're not familiar with how to do it, essentially what we would be doing is we'd be moving the top one to the middle pillar. We'd move the one under that to the empty pillar, and then move the top one on top of that. Then the next one down, we'd move to the middle pillar, adjust everything so that it's stacked on there. Then we can move the bottom one to the rightmost pillar and get everything arranged there. It's pretty simple once you know what to do, but would have been nice to see it in action. So let's just go ahead and see if we can beat the Toronto tick, and then whether we win or lose, that'll probably be the end of tonight's session. Okay, so let's see if I can average minor. Okay, all these are average. Well, let's...
Whoever steps on this will get a nasty shock. Whoever steps on this will get a nasty shock. Whoever steps on this will get a nasty shock. Whoever steps on this will get a nasty shock. Whoever steps on this...
I don't need to say that every time, do I? I'm going to set a few up ahead, so that way if...
Whoever steps on this will get a nasty shock.
I don't want all of them to activate at once, because I'm hoping that, like, the first one to reach me, some of these will, like the first group will kill it, and then there will still be the undetonated ones behind for the second one.
Whoever steps on this will get a nasty shock.
Let's go ahead and a little bit throw all these minor ones together.
Nasty shock. Whoever steps on this will get a nasty. Whoever steps on this will get a nasty. Whoever steps on this will get a nasty.
Not really using the mines for anything else, so only 15 mines can be set in an area at any one time. You must recover or set. Okay, so there's a limit, probably for performance purposes. Okay, so let's. Oh, can I force whirlwind one of these? Nope, it's immune to that. Okay, wow. All that, and it kind of stunned it a little bit. And well, we poisoned it. That's good. Okay, now come on through this last one. Okay, wow. All that to kill one of them. Okay, let's... And I'm pretty sure all I have left are the miners, which are going to do even less damage. Okay, let's go ahead and save. And you know what, I'm not sure if it might take a few times to get through this, so this seems like a good place to stop, and we'll come back and resume the fight next week. So should be here next Friday, next Monday and Friday. The following Friday I'll be out, the 23rd, but next week should be here, and we'll hopefully be able to finish this and probably even finish up Korriban. So with that, thank you for joining me tonight, and have a good week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.